So there's two pairs of dice that they could be using on the table. Trujillo rolls the loaded dice, of course it's a favorable roll for him, but before he can stop her, acting naturally of course, Minerva picks up the pair of loaded dice, pretending she's just picking up, any old dice, because of course she doesn't know they're cheat dice. And she rolls those dice, and of course, Minerva and Trujillo have tied rolls. So because it's a tie, they decide that Minerva has to go back home. She does, however, from here on, need to check in regularly with that local governor. Meanwhile, Dede and Himito decide that they're going to try to start a restaurant in the capital. And there's also a scene where Minerva visits that other family and offers to pay for her half-sisters to go to school. The next chapter is Mate's point of view, so she's writing in that diary again. And it starts in the year 1953 and goes all the way up until 1958. Mate is 18 years old in 53, so a little bit of time has passed since the end of Minerva's point of view. The girl's father has gotten sick and passed away, and Mate writes in the diary that she's offended that all the half-sisters that Minerva still talks to have the gumption to come to the funeral of their father, when of course officially, they're not supposed to have anything to do with that family. Minerva, in the meantime, she's been living her life, and one thing she did was, during some holiday or some event, she gave a particularly moving speech to honor Trujillo. Of course, that's not how she really feels. She just gave the speech because anyone who doesn't show public appreciation for Trujillo is going to be questioned by police. So she swallows her pride, gives that speech. Trujillo hears about it, and he finally grants her permission to go to law school. Before she goes to the capital, though, she has a trip planned to spend time in Jarabacoa, which is a town in the mountains. It's a little bit south of Santiago, and the idea is she's feeling grief over her father's death, and she needs to go away to the mountains and get some fresh air and get away, and maybe she'll feel better. Meanwhile, she's been spending some time listening to illegal radio stations. During her time in the mountains, she meets a boy named Manolo, and they start a romance together. Minerva goes away to school, and she arranges it so that she studies during the week and she goes home on the weekends to be with her family. Dede and Himito, in the meantime, are having trouble getting the business set up and getting the business to stay afloat. Remember, they were trying to start a restaurant in the capital, so they give that up and they move back home.